Hi Taurus, this is your reading for the 1st to the 7th of May 2023. I'm using the Beginner's Tarot and I'm also using the Oracle Messenger cards from Heidi and also Talking to Heaven. And I'll be doing the extended afterwards for the paying members, or you'll have to wait a little longer than a week. Remember, you can get extra cards in the lives, and I'm going to go live on Saturday night most probably with regards to questions and answers for paying members only, and you'll get a reading. You can get a reading then worth $5. Okay, so here we go. You come in Taurus with the Queen of Swords. This lady represents the widow and the ice queen, as we all know. The ice queen means that she has her emotions under control, but a lot of people think she's just a cold fish, you know, the ice queen, that she doesn't have any emotions. I tell you, that is totally wrong. She also represents Libra. The ice queen means that she's got her emotions under control, as she has to think on her feet. Usually she works for institutions or represents institutions like judicial, banks, finances, accountants, bookkeepers, surgeons, hairdressers, butchers, anybody that uses utensils to cut with are usually an air sign. Okay, so this is how we try to describe vocations or careers. So definitely also she has to think on her feet, because she is also a defender. She will defend you through thick and thin. She doesn't take any BS lightly, and she doesn't take fools lightly either, because she stands for the truth. She stands for justice. She stands for transparency, clarity, and also for communication and wisdom, and eager to learn more throughout her life. Now that said, I'm just going to move the cards over so you can see her better. She's somebody that can work in the courts, in the judicial system, also a teacher, a professor, somebody that passes on knowledge. They could be writers, poets, musicians, somebody that that has a vocation with the voice, or wanting to teach their, give their knowledge on to the next generation. If you don't find yourself in a judicial position, then you could be dealing with authorities like the IRS or the tax office, as we are in tax season. Also, you have the third eye. You've got the third eye twice, so do concentrate if you're contemplating or meditating on your third eye. This is your spiritual eye. So when you meditate, you can see colors or pictures, things like that. That can be messages passed on to you through your third eye. Also with dreaming, when you sleep, that this is your spiritual side of you. Everybody's got it. Nobody is left without it. So look and listen to your subconscious and let it come out into the conscious. You do have the sign of Uranus here as well, and Uranus stands for rebellion and revolution. So definitely be careful. Although we are in a gentler energy, the Taurus, once they get angry, they're like a bull in a china shop. You can't stop them. So be careful with this energy coming or going. Could be in the air around you, because you've got the sign here. Okay, Aquarius is here as well, but the Queen really represents a Libra, as Libra is the second house and the Queen is the second house. But according to this deck, it is Aquarius. It isn't. Aquarius is the last sign. It's the page. But we'll keep it in the deck. But I'll just teach you what I know. The answer is yes. You've got yes, no, yes, no. So there is yes, no, yes, no, yes, or yes, no, yes, no. So there is definitely a balance of I don't know here. If I was using the pendule, then this would be I don't know. There is no maybe, okay? And somebody's coming in with a stupid poem talking about poets. That some of them are really good. But this one says, and this is a saying, a cliche, and I'll tell you about it anyway. When a lady says maybe, when a lady says no, she means maybe. When a lady says maybe, she means yes. When a lady says yes, she's no lady. That's one of the poems that I picked up in my life. There used to be a saying, you know that you can get those little tiles with sayings on it, you're the best, or you're the sweetest mum, or you're the super dad. Well, this is one of those sayings. So that's why I said, well, this makes you think. So definitely be careful what you say yes to, okay? Or learn to say no. That's the way. But I feel this is double-minded, a double feeling with this. So let her bring in the clarity. Seek professional advice, especially now, because we are in Mercury retrograde until the 15th of May. And then it still has a tail end. So be careful. Your thoughts could be dominating your sense of humor. So please, please, please don't overthink things. Ask for help. You could be meeting or dealing with a Libra mainly, but don't forget Gemini or Aquarius. According to this card, it's Aquarius, and here we are, you come in with Gemini. So the lovers, you could be meeting also any of the fire signs, or a Virgo or a Capricorn. Okay, so take that, write that down if you want to, and see what person you could be in love with if this is a love reading or romance reading for you. Remember, this is a general reading, so take from it what you can. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign to get a best picture. Now, the lovers, I rather like this color because I love purple. It's a spiritual color. Definitely, you've got the heart chakra here. So you could be falling to, I'm hearing somebody saying two hearts as one. That's another way of describing the Gemini, the soulmate, two peas in a pod, your soulmate. This could be a romantic partner. This could also be a best friend for life. Okay, you've also got the Mercury sign, because Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So that's why Gemini and Virgo can be very compatible. Again, you could be standing for choices or decisions. There could be temptation. You could be tested by kindred spirits. Okay, definitely there could be a sexual desire for somebody, even if you're partnered up, especially because it is the devil is lying next to it. So this is temptation, right? So be careful. There's a yes, no, yes, no. There is definitely an indecision. You're indecisive. My personal value system leads me to love. So if you do value love, then you'll be a true Gemini, and you will stand for justice, and you will stand honorably. Okay, honor. That is the word that I'm hearing. So definitely a strong power of justice should be done. Temptation is there for us to be tested. Do we accept temptation? The devil is always about temptation. Don't go there. It will only bring trouble. First, finish with one thing, then go on to the next if you are planning to be tempted. 6 means that you're more than halfway. Okay? You're in balance. So yes, you might be soulmates. You could be with a soulmate, and there could be just a friend, and it could be very tempting to become a lover. Don't go there. It will only bring sadness. Or make a decision and stick by it, but also accept the consequences. Now, you do have to get rooted. You look at your root chakra, ground yourself, and also sober up, okay? The grass looks greener in the neighbour's garden, but it usually isn't, because you don't know what happens behind the shed or a closed door. And somebody else is coming in and giving their tuppence or worth, and they're saying, the splinter in somebody else's eye is bigger than in your own. Someone else's splinter might look bigger than yours, but you know, and they're squinting with the eyes. So I don't know exactly what they want to say with that, but I think it's the same thing that what they want to say about the splinter. I don't know, I don't understand that one, but it came out. But I think it's the same thing that they're trying to say. There's a lot of sayings coming out in your reading. What did they... The grass is not greener, and indeed you can't see what happens between closed doors. But don't be tempted. If this could also be that somebody is partying all night and burning the candles. This can be somebody that's drinking, that has an addiction, has a bad habit, and they want you to be their backbone. They want you to make the decisions. Well, here you are. You've got the balance here, right? This needs balance. You need to balance your friendships and relationships before you can become a soulmate. You have to respect each other. You have to find the balance, give and take. Nobody in a relationship or a friendship should carry the load themselves, taking the decisions and the choices. If you are hooked up, then the choice that you have to make is, are you going to communicate? Because the Gemini stands for communication. Mercury, communication. Talk to each other, talk it out, or get an arbitrator. This is the Queen of Swords, that's why she's lying there. This could be the doctor or the surgeon to cut out the habit. Get better. You have to break free from this person. Yes, you have to break free. Don't be tempted by their habits. Don't let them use you like a doormat or a servant. Stand up. You're not chained to them, your hands are free. And tell them you need to go and get help. I can't help you because you won't help yourself. Perhaps the professionals can. Number 15 becomes a 6, so you've got 2 6s here. Angels, showing that they have your back. You also have Saturn here. It's no use going against the grain of somebody that is always rebellious. They won't take the responsibility or discipline. Okay? Just stay on the straight and narrow and seek clarity, and you'll be fine. This is Capricorn, and the answer is no. Again, you're in balance and more than halfway in a situation. If this is all passion, that is wrong. I'm not saying passion is wrong, but if somebody wants to partner up and they feel that with a with a soulmate, do you want to stay with somebody that's got bad habits? It can only get worse, I'm afraid. You have to ground yourself, be true to yourself, open your heart to passion. Yes, but know that passion doesn't last. You need to set boundaries and mean to carry on as you start, and know their boundaries. Let them know your boundaries, so they can't be the devil. They won't treat you with disrespect. You've also got the masculinity. This means stand your ground, stand firm. This is be a man. Look at the situation, whether it's romance or business. Look at a situation in a business way, like a man, steadfast. The provider knows that he doesn't let emotions control his heart. Okay. Now, also we have Sagittarius here. That's the opposite sign to Gemini. No, well, if this is a Gemini, it could be the opposite. So perhaps this could relate your complete opposites. We've got Gemini here. Okay. So please look at your opposite, your partner. Look at him or her and see what you want, what your boundaries are. Do they have bad habits, or is this somebody outside the unit that's trying to tempt you? Okay? There's a lot of information coming in. So somebody could be the devil, could be tempting. Wow. Well, this is a thinker, right? It's because Geminis, they get a bad name. They get a bad dig from some people. They say people say that they are that they don't have a heart. They've got no emotions, like the Queen of Swords, and that they don't stop to think. Shall I tell you something? I'm a Gemini, and I believe that how can that be so contradicting that on the other side they say the swords are justice, the swords is clarity, transparency, honesty, fighting for the good for all. So how can they be temptatious? How can they be two-faced? No, these two guys are facing each other. It means the masculine and feminine. Yes, you do have, I do believe that Geminis and also Libra can be, because they're dual nationalities, they can change very quickly from mood, and they can say yes and no and yes and maybe, and they can be very confusing because of their dual nationality. But that doesn't mean to say they're schizophrenic or that they're temptations. There's also normal people that get chemistries going on, that get attracted and they tempt other people. It doesn't have to be the devil. It doesn't have to be Gemini. So this is just a warning. Think big, the bigger picture. Is it worth splitting up over a one-night stand? That is what the devil will do, and he would do it with not only you, but with somebody else and with somebody else, because the devil cannot break his habits very easily unless they have professional help. And this is the opportunity to break free from something like that, a situation, a boss, a partner in business or in romance. You can break free. This is the message in this reading. The hands are free. This opportunity, this is news. This news could bring you an offer or an opportunity. You could be moving home. Wow, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Sagittarius in this case, according to the deck. Also, it could be a man, because we've got the masculine sign here, okay? But it is also the sign of war, Mars, masculine energy. Mars is the planet of action, energy, but also of war. It's like the Five of Swords. So be careful of arguing. Walk away. Get a professional, so that when you do meet them up again, if you are thinking of getting divorced or splitting up or breaking away, then you need care as well from a professional to work through the sadness, to work through the shock, because it's a big change. Okay, now it's telling me somebody's going to isolate. This could be you, but, Taurus, but it could also be you could be isolating from this person, so breaking away. You're going to take time out, perhaps midweek, a weekend away, a retreat, just to think about it, meditate, contemplate, and throw away the old things that are of no use to you, and remembering and learning, and take that with you, so that this won't happen in the future, and the future could be a second away. This is Virgo. This is the Hermit. Okay? He lightens his load because he travels lightly. He doesn't drag unnecessary luggage or dead horses behind him. You don't get very far. Wow. This is number 9, an ending. So there is an ending and a new beginning. This is confirmation that there will be an ending to habitual or routine, traffic light relationships in business or in romance, an addiction, an ending to an addiction. This could be an addiction that you're addicted to a person. You won't let go of control issues. You could be the one that's the devil, or they could be the one that's the devil that is controlling you. So take time out to think what you need and what you want and set the boundaries. That's the message here. Be clear to yourself. Be able to have a peaceful, balanced life. 2 6s. The angels want you to be balanced. Okay. Right, so the card that we've got here, we've got the dragonfly. So this means to me transformation. And this seems to be a major transformation. Okay? You've got to ground yourself and open your heart to receive good and to let the negative go. Friend of air and water, dragonfly in sights, calls out to you to consider thinking things from all sides for a perspective clear and new. In other words, take time out to meditate and get a clear perspective. I also feel that you are in transformation and transitioning, going to a stronger you, knowing what you want. Now, from talking to heaven, I'm surrounded by loving animals. So, wow, this could be your pet, one of your pets that has passed over and they've found each other. If you've had more pets or pets in the family, they are waiting for you and they just want you to let you know that they're not alone. They are still with you. They sometimes come still to visit you, especially late in the afternoon, early evening, or in early morning, I'm getting told. So they have found their paradise away from home. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, Taurus. Take care, stay safe, and know that you are loved and you're not alone. Bye-bye.